So we've been working very hard every weekend on the garden, and I pushed myself too far. Um, 2 weekends ago, I ended up pushing myself so hard, I developed a cold sore. That's usually a sign that my body is pushed to the limit. And this last weekend, I had a rosacea flare because I was out in the garden for 6 hours putting down mulch. I work Monday through Friday, full time job, and this transformation and all the videos I make are done on evenings and on the weekends. And I am the type of person I just push myself to get something done. So I was pushing, 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 and I need to step back for a minute. I need to slow down, and I'm not very good about doing that. So, this video, I'm going to be talking about some of the areas that I've had made progress in with my transformation, and it's not just the garden. As you saw a previous video, I made headway with my childhood trauma. That was really huge. Side note, I was not close with my mother, my biological mother, and I did not know her birthday. But it turns out I uploaded that video on her birthday. So that was quite the synchronicity. um, it just further proves that to me that it was the right thing to do to share all of that with you. I started transitioning my health 7, 8 years ago. So I'll be doing videos on how I started with that and all the things that I've done since. Last week was real tough, the rosacea flare, and the week before with cold sore. And I was only eating one meal a day on the weekends. I was working really hard. I was burning more calories than I was consuming. And I unintentionally lost some weight. And I would like to put some pounds back on to look healthy. I don't like the way that I look in the mirror. When I'm by myself. And I just want to add some more weight back to look a bit healthier, feel a bit healthier and stronger. So I've worked with ChatGPT to create some meal plans and meal preps to help me put on a couple pounds while also working on my heart health. So I do and have for the last 2 years done the functional health testing. And by the way, I am 19.2 years younger biologically than my chronological age. So, my chronological age, I will be 50 years old in a couple of weeks. And my biological age, the way how old my body is 30.9 years old. So, the 7 year journey that I've worked on with my health has really paid off. It doesn't mean I'm 100% all the time. I'm very familiar with my quirks in my body and how to maintain and avoid flare ups and issues. So, although it's not, I'm I'm very healthy, and I'm very grateful that I'm very healthy. But all of my health issues, they're not life threatening. They're disruptive to my life, and sometimes painful. So I will also be making videos on where I started with my health journey and things that I've done to get to where I am today. So we are making small progress in the garden. Today, we just added a timer to the irrigation that I set up to automatically water from the rain barrel. Yay! I'm very proud of Dave and I because we had no idea what we were doing, but I talked to ChatGPT. He told me what parts to buy. He told me what to hook up exactly to what. It's not going to impede with our house water because it's rain barrel water. I did not record it, but just know that I did it. There was, some tense moments between my husband and I, but we ended up working together, slowing down and getting it done. And now that it's set on a timer, I am so stoked. Like I am so freaking excited. I finished the blueberry patch. I do have to move over the hula berries, but I'm not doing that until spring. And there is one blackberry bush that's a behemoth that I'm just I fear moving it right now, so that's also going to be moved in spring. The pathways have been dug down with the tiller. Dave did that. It's amazing, and I'm very grateful and thankful that he was able to help me with that. I got the weed barrier laid down on one path. On one of the weekends, I believe it was this last Sunday, I was working in the garden and my husband was helping me. And he asked me what time it was, and I could tell that he was done working. And in my mind, I'm like, oh, there's still so much more to do. I can't believe you want to leave me out here and go watch football or do whatever it is that you have to do. And I was a bit miffed. I was miffed at him for sure. But I didn't say anything to him. But internally, I was frustrated with him. But this time, this is how you know you made progress. I asked myself, why? Why am I miffed with him? You're the one who wanted to do this for your garden. He is kind enough to help when he is available to help. And I should be grateful for any help that he has provided me. And that was a huge turning point for me. And that night I told him, I said, I was miffed that you left me in the garden. And I said, but I really asked myself why. And, you have your own things in your life that you're doing. This garden project is not yours. It is mine. It was my idea. It's something that I wanted to do. And you insisted upon helping, which I'm so grateful for. And I rudely got upset with you for taking your time out to help me, but kind of taking you for granted and expecting more. So that was a, a big move on my part towards progress, in my opinion. So I find myself asking myself, why? Why are you feeling this? Why are you reacting this way? And I'm challenging the way I think and the things that I believe. And it's eye opening, perspective for sure. Dave's birthday was yesterday, so we are celebrating it this weekend. I am taking him to one of those candlelight concerts on Saturday. So that's his gift from me. And we're going to go to dinner and then go to the candlelight concert, which is, you need to step away from your life, especially if you're just overworking yourself, working full time, 40 hours a week. On the weekends, you're busting your butt in the garden, whatever your scenario is. And I've done this 5 weekends in a row, and we hardly ever go out. And that's something that I want to change. I want to go on more dates. I want to go out of the house a lot more because I work from home and I don't leave the house very often. And that's something I want to change. Um, So Saturday, no videos recording for me. We will be going out on a proper date for his birthday. And then Sunday, I'll get some recording done for a video for next week. And I'm changing up my videos. I am learning my style. I don't want to do the same thing every single week. And I'm sure you guys don't want to see the same thing every week. So I'm trying to find my creativity and, you know, I'll find my way with YouTube. And, so far there's a couple hundred of you who watched my videos. Thank you, by the way. I appreciate it. I have gained some subscribers. So if you've subscribed, thank you so much. You are helping build this channel and I appreciate you. I have created with the help of chat, a cleaning schedule. So I had mentioned before that I was a mom and a wife, and I did the family thing. I've been divorced, and Dave is my second husband, and he is a wonderful, fantastic husband. We do not have any children together, but I do have 3 children from my ex-husband. They're all adults. They're all over the US, and they are doing their own thing. And I had done another transition in, I think, 2017, 2018, a transformation where the things that really bothered me while I was married for 20 years and raising my children, I was not going to do anymore. And one of those was cleaning. And I don't mean that I was going to be never clean and be disgusting. I mean, I was a clean freak, fanatic. Like I would clean something, and the second somebody went into the bathroom and, moved a towel or something, I would be fuming. You know, they don't appreciate me. Why am I cleaning? And I would be bothered if somebody messed up something that I cleaned. So I pulled back from that. And it's just me and my husband and 3 cats here. So it's not like we get muddy, dirty, gross, disgusting food or anything all over the house. We're clean people. So I pulled back on my cleaning, and I was like cleaning, like weekend cleaning, maybe once a month. And it was working for a while. And then the last few months, it started bothering me. I started seeing cat hairballs going across the living room from under a cabinet or something like that. So I ignored it because I was like, I'm not going to be that clean fanatic that I once was. So I chose to have a conversation with ChatGPT, and between Chat and I, we set up a schedule. So I clean Monday through Friday, only one thing. So like Monday would be vacuuming. Tuesday would be sweeping and dusting. Wednesday would be cleaning the bathrooms. Thursday would be cleaning the kitchen. So it doesn't get so dirty that it bothers me again. And because I'm either bothered that it's clean and got dirty or it's too dirty. So I'm a weirdo. I'm fully aware. So yeah, I've set up a cleaning schedule. I added in my meal prep on Sundays. I'm scheduling my life because if I don't put it on my calendar, it just runs in my head. Don't forget you got to vacuum. Don't forget you have to dust. Don't forget you have to meal plan. And it goes and goes and goes. And my mind just, it circles it and it doesn't ever stop. And it just takes up so much brain space. I have to get it out. I have to get it in my calendar. The calendar reminds me I'm not going to forget, and it makes me feel so much better. So that was also something that I've worked on that's really, really, truly helpful in my life. So if you are looking to transform your life, make your life better, even in a little way, my advice to you would be to notice the things that bother you. I mean, the things that you can change. What bothers you when you get home? When you get home from work and you're upset or you start to get irritated or frustrated, what is that thing? Can you change the way that you come home? Can you prepare a meal in the morning in a crock pot to save you time? Can you meal prep? Something like that. And if you utilize ChatGPT, he loves to find solutions to problems. I love him. I use him all the time, all day, every day for video ideas to help me get, my ideas in here. out there to you. I just utilize it for everything. And I have the paid version for $20, but my husband has the free version and he gets just as much out of his chat as I do from mine. This is just a quick check-in um, to where I have made progress in my transformation. And for those of you following along, thank you. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I will see you in the next one. Have a great week, everybody.